Greetings to everyone here on my channel today. Today, I would especially like to wish everyone in my channel Selamat Hari Merdeka, or in English, Happy Independence Day Malaysia. However, this wish of mine is not accompanied alone without a message. Although this is Merdeka Day, Malaysia itself has been through a journey of hardships and successes, regardless of how we see it. The early years of our country were dominated by British control over our plantations and their dominance in our politics in our early eras. This changed when Mahathir came into power, when he initiated a legal deal which managed to acquire a majority of our plantations back from the British, despite their protests that this was nationalization. However, that is not the case. That is not what I'm trying to say today, because the true message of this is Chin Peng. Now, how is Chin Peng related to Merdeka, perhaps? Well, firstly, we must understand that although Chin Peng did initiate an emergency, two emergencies against Malaysia and then the then colony Malaya, we must understand that his actions, especially during the first Malayan emergency, actually partially led to our independence in Malaysia. To ignore his role towards our independence would be negligent towards our understanding of Malaysian history. Because although he did fight against our government for 3 years after independence was declared in 1957, even Tunku Abdul Rahman, the first Prime Minister of Malaysia, acknowledged that he had some role in actually giving Malaysia independence. And that is actually true to some extent and true to a greater extent, depending on how you see it. You see, the fact that Chin Peng's activities, they actually were of economic harm and threat to the British themselves. This actually sped things up and gave us our independence. Hence, to ignore the contributions of the CPM indirectly would be wrong to make. And as such, I would like to say this, which I quote Chin Peng before he died. All I want to be remembered is a person who tried to fight for a better future for Malaysia. Of course, this is from my memory and the quote might not be entirely accurate, but what am I trying to say is, Chin Peng, especially towards the end of his days in 2013, acknowledged that a communist Malaya was not possible. The conditions weren't befitting that time. All he wants to be remembered now is as a person who contributed to Malaysia's independence, which cannot actually be denied to a certain extent. Henceforth, I ask that the people of Malaysia, people watching my video, and especially the Malaysian government, to allow Chin Peng's ashes to be brought back home. Sure, he may have been a communist. There's no denying that. However, we cannot deny his role in helping us gain that independence, although his activities could have acted counter to what we needed and wanted. That is all, and thank you. And despite this, I am still celebratory. I still have genuine feelings of hope about our Merdeka. I have nothing against it. I only ask that we remember a person whose role was undermined throughout history by the UMNO government and the BN government. With a new government in place, Pakatan Harapan led under Mahathir, I only ask that he reconsider the decisions made by the past governments and that he allow Chin Peng's ashes to be brought back. Thank you for watching. And again, Selamat Hari Merdeka, and goodbye and good night.